after a short 19-hour drive, we are officially in Kansas. Drove through the night, made pretty good time. We're about 40 minutes out from camp. We'll be staying with my brother, owner-operator of Northern Wings Outdoors, a waterfowl and turkey guide service here in Kansas. So if you're looking, if you do like to shoot the feathered critters, let them know. I think we're going to hunt tomorrow. Until then, we're going to shoot the bow, get everything unpacked, make sure everything's ready to rock and roll. So when the time comes, we can go get up in a tree and try and punch our own tag. So, see y'all shortly. All right, here we go. We're officially hunting in Kansas. It is our first afternoon, and we are set up in between two fields. It looks like it's a cut cornfield out here in front of us, and a cut wheat field behind us. It's got some alfalfa coming up. So, good looking spot. I scouted out back in April when we were here turkey hunting. This little spot that we're on is on the edge of a bunch of bedding, and when I got here there was a literal X where they have just slam wore the trails down coming in and out of this creek bed. So using it to cross between the two fields, so hopefully that's what they do tonight. We'll see how it goes. Stick around, see if we get it done on night one. Oh, and P.S. does are not safe. I was going to wrap up day one, afternoon one in Kansas. Kind of a dead hunt, to be honest, up until the last 30 minutes of daylight, which is when that little buck came out. Came past 30 yards, went out to where Dad's got a mock scrape set up, at which point he started chasing doe all over the place, grunting nonstop. But day one's in the books, we're on to day two. Let's go. There's a ton of sign in here, fresh scrapes, bunch of running tracks in here. Cutting this little peninsula down in the creek bed and back up. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is getting over here behind me, somewhere right in here, where they're coming up out of the creek bed, and maybe sit back up. I mean, come on. I just am in the middle of adjusting the stand as I'm hanging it. Here crashing into the doe 6 feet from me. That was awesome. Found the X, boys. We found the X. I'm not 7 feet off the ground right now, in a tree that's no bigger than my leg. Yeah, anyway, it's been good so far. Let's see if it gets better. Going on, party people? It is our second morning in Kansas, and I just got a the best text message you could get. My dad just texted me the big 8 he's been chasing for the last 2 weeks. He just shot. We're gonna cruise over there and go give him a hand recovering this thing. I cannot wait to see this deer.
I don't know really where to start. I seen this buck over a week ago. He was always with 4 does. This morning, seen him with a doe all the way across the field. He hopped the fence, gave me a great quartering away shot at 30 yards, ran maybe 40, buckled up and rolled over the bank. But truly a great Kansas buck. I got him the way I wanted. I wanted to take him with a bow, and the iron wheel broadheads ate him up. Yeah, it ain't gonna be a one-hand thing. God damn. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going. I hope you got all the footage you needed.
All right, we're back in the woods after helping Dad get his 156-inch 8-pointer that weighs about 300 pounds out of the woods. That deer was an absolute tank. As I was setting up, I had 3 does come running behind me. It looked like they were being chased by something, but I still hadn't seen whatever it was. We're just gonna sit tight, watch all these fields we got around us, see if we see something, and if we don't get it killed tonight, we'll put a plan together and play the long game. So. Tag punched. Come on now. Y'all know I ain't gonna come to Kansas and not shoot a doe. They're too big with too much meat for the freezer to just let walk by. I put the binos on her, made sure she was a mature doe. Stopped her at 25 yards right here. I'm 8 feet off the ground and absolutely just drilled her. We got some time left. I reloaded, so doe tag's punched. It's time to get some horns on the ground. Maybe tonight's the night. All right, I just saw a buck running across the field this way. Can't tell you if he's a shooter or not, but there's a buck heading this way. He is running this way. I still don't know what he is. Good looking young deer. He's gonna be a stud. I'm trying to make him grow another 40 or 50 inches, but I can't do it. Alright, we went and got the truck. Gonna head over to the Arrow and start this track. Hopefully, what we saw in the footage rings true and it's a short track job. We've got Bloodbath. Alright, blood, 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 blood. Back down to where we came. There she is. Oh! Yes, sir. Oh! The big old Kansas doe. She ain't no 150. But she'll fill the freezer real nice. Made it across the creek bank, which was a surprise. But I can see my truck in the background. Right there. So I'm gonna see if dragging her down and up is the best plan, or if I can drive the truck around to this part of the farm. So we're gonna get out of here. All right, November 12th, day after Veterans Day, and wouldn't you know it, the deer did not thank me for my service, which is, you know, frankly speaking, kind of dickish on their part. So, with that being the case, the first big, mature Kansas buck that walks within bow range, I'm going to shoot as a sacrifice to the thank me for my service gods. Already had one doe come feeding down through the field behind us. So they're moving-ish. Saw a bunch of deer on the way here actually. Running and trotting and doing all the ready things. So hopefully that continues during the daylight hours, which would be fantastic. I'm not sure if the camera could reach because it's like 528 yards exactly away. But I had seen a doe up on that far bench. I was watching her for a second, saw another deer, looked back over there, and it looks like it's a pretty good buck. I can't tell if it's a shooter or not yet, but definitely a big deer. I mean, looks like he's maybe about 17, 18 inches wide. Looks to be an 8 from what I could see. Pretty decent mass, pretty big body, just not 100% sure. But I just lost sight of him. I grunted at him a few times. He looked over, I stopped grunting. So he may be heading this way, but we'll stick around to see. From 500 yards away to 40. Went and made 2 scrapes. Crossed the creek and then boogered off. Oh, God. Well, that can't be a bad sign. That's got to be some sort of good luck, right? This little setup that we're in I mean, this is a reason to jump in a saddle that I've seen. It is probably my favorite setup I've ever sat in. Back here off my right shoulder behind me is a creek bed. We were able to access this stand walking down the creek bed. Crossed us to the right here, we got another big cut ag field. The pastures right here, we've been seeing these deer kind of run up and down. But the best part is, well, maybe my feet are probably 9 feet off the ground on the creek bed side. Where these deer are going to come by, I'm expecting to get a shot. I am eye level. I might be 5 feet off the ground. But if they come by here, it's going to be eye to eye shot opportunity. It's going to be awesome. I'm super stoked to see if it plays out the way I've got it playing out in my head. But if it does, it's going to be super cool. We're going to have all the excitement of hunting in a ground blind while the fun of swinging in a tree from the saddle. That wasn't the exact animal we were looking for to do that, but whenever you see a coyote, it becomes a coyote hunt, and I am no predator hunter by any stretch, but I called that coyote in from 300 yards away, started kissing on my hand. He came right to the base of the tree. I tried to stop him, but he wasn't having it, so he didn't go 5 yards and expired, so I'm gonna go grab him in a second and drag him down here, just so he's not out in the field with the deer coming in. So we'll go do that, and then we'll get set back up for our deer hunt. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think those little green bars mean I have sound. A little cleany clean of the lens. And we're live. Got out here earlier, a little after 12:30. Eased in, we bumped one deer. I will say this piece is just one giant bedding area. I passed so many beds on the way in. We're set up on this creek bed. Back behind me is a giant cut cornfield. It's hot, mid-60s, which is a bummer, but make the best of it. Y'all stick around. Hopefully tonight's the night we can punch the tag. I feel like I'm gonna keep saying that until it happens. So, if you're watching this, probably happens tonight. Little cut behind me. I had to look back there and see him come across. Didn't get a good look at him, just saw the main beams. Thought it was a better buck than what he was, so I threw a couple grunts and he walked right down the trail that I walked in on. Sprayed down the boots with raggetter scents, ruts up, and they're hot to trot estrus. So he came walking in, licking his nose, looking around. Worked out perfect, just not the right buck. Did that just happen? Let's go. I look over my right shoulder and that buck's at 25 yards coming down the hill. I swung around the tree to try and get a shot on him in the creek. He spooked. I believe it stopped him right here at 20 yards. Shot looked good. Looks like it went down into hit the offside shoulder if I'm not mistaken. Saw blood immediately. Looks good on my end. Obviously I can't check it because we didn't get it on camera. I think we have punched our buck tag. So, Dad doesn't know it yet, but I just found my buck. He's right here. We couldn't find any blood. We were going to this little bottom and we're gonna stop and we were gonna back out and come back in the morning. And that happened to look right. And he's laying right there. So I'm waiting on Dad to scratch his curiosity itch and come over here and help me out. Hold on a second. You said you got a feeling he's right in there? Okay. Well, you want to back out until tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. Let's we can cut out this way and go to the field.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow you. You should be able to cut straight ahead and get out of here. Yeah. I never got a great look at him. It was real quick, but
Where the hell the buck is?
I don't know.
Would you just walk up on it?
Yeah, I literally turned and looked down here and saw him. There's no blood trail though. Well, here he is. Big block head on him. Big neck, big body, just not a whole lot of rack to him. But it happened real fast. I was filming the moon rising. So we had a super moon, so it was real cool looking, coming over the ridge over there. And heard something, looked back, and I just saw white tines, big body deer. Didn't have a whole lot of time to really judge him, but nonetheless, I am still very stoked to wrap my tag on him and put a close to this trip. Ready to get back home to the family. Trying to get his neck turned, but apparently he died right away. It is, we didn't have a blood trail at all, oddly enough. We were actually getting ready to back out till tomorrow, and he just happened to be on the path I was taking out to the cornfield. But yeah, he is going home to Virginia with me, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So till next time, guys, pet 'em and stick 'em. We're done in Kansas.